when the side street goes green, as you can see, we're getting a green indication and a red indication on this phase. Welcome to the fascinating world of traffic signals. As you can see, we have some rain going on today, so that means we have maintenance calls. The city of Moss Point, actually probably the county, has called us about an intersection that is showing a red and a green indication on at the same time. So a typical load cell issue, especially with older cabinets. So I'm assuming that's it, but let's get out there and see what the issue is, and let's see if we can fix it. Come along with me. Just want to shout out two places down there in the distance. I'll try to zoom in and see, but you got Mississippi Power's plant, their big plant, providing energy to all these great residents of South Mississippi. Then over on this side, my old workplace, you got Ingalls Shipyard, shipbuilding for Navy vessels, LHAs, DDGs, some Coast Guard vessels. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, providing a safe and powered world. Thank y'all for what y'all do. So since some of y'all don't know a lot of where I'm from, this right here, not where I'm from technically, this is Moss Point, Mississippi, but it's part of the Gulf Coast, and it's one of the rougher areas of the Gulf Coast. But it doesn't mean there ain't great things about it. There is a beautiful culture, great food. You got plenty of stuff. You got Devin Booker came from Moss Point. There's a handful of people. It just really shows that no matter where you're at, if you just put everything you got into becoming successful or trying to become a better person, it doesn't matter if you grew up here or where you grew up, it's possible. And I think more children need to understand that and believe that, because I feel like a lot of them don't have a lot of hope because they're coming from areas like this, but yet you can do anything, and they just need to know that. Because if they don't know that, they'll stay doing what they're doing, causing trouble or doing whatever else. Just be the person you want to see in the world, and you'll be successful. But we're pulling up to this intersection. Let's get out and take a look at what the issue is and see if we can get it resolved. All right, so before I go ahead and open up this cabinet, I like to walk out into the field and check and kind of see the surroundings and what's going on and what the issue could be. So right now this intersection is cycling properly, but let's see if there's any issues after it cycles to the side streets. And you can see these are going red. And when the side street goes green, as you can see, we're getting a green indication and a red indication on this phase. This may be tied together. Yeah, so they're probably tied together. Both these phases are. It's probably just all one phase, probably phase 3 or 4. And they are both doing the same thing. It's real typical for the red on the load cell to get latched because that has continuous power. So if that load cell, if it gets stuck, it will keep on showing that red indication and never drop out. So let's open up this traffic signal controller cabinet and get that replaced and see if that solves the issues here. So we have the traffic signal controller cabinet open, and as you can see out here at this intersection, they are using phases 2 and they're using phases 4. Phase 4 is going to be this side street. Phase 2 is going to end up being the busier road here. I'm going to say this is McPhail Road. So that one's always going to come back on recall, and those are going to go green. This one's phase 4, which seems like where we have the bad load cell. It's locking in, and this is latched closed on the red, meaning the red will just continuously stay on. So let's go ahead and pull a load cell out of the truck. Let's pull this load cell and see if that solves our issue. All right, so in my work truck, this is pretty typical maintenance parts, and inside this bin, plus inside the truck, I usually keep everything and anything that can pretty much run an intersection. Everything on the cabinet side, I have a spare part usually on that truck. Sometimes it goes a little thin whenever we're doing a lot of maintenance. But load cells, I'll always have a good handful in the truck. Let's go ahead and put this intersection into flash real quick, and you'll see it's flashing now, and we can now pull this load cell. I get wedged in there pretty good sometimes, and replace it with a new one right here. These EDI ones usually hold up and last a good amount of time. I haven't been a big fan of this brand, but EDI makes some quality parts. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. Let's get right back into it. Power surge will usually cause the failure of the load cell itself. Let's go ahead and take it back out of flash. You'll see the intersection's back up and running. We'll wait until this side street goes green and see if the red indication is still held on at that time. If it is, we know we have a different issue. If it isn't, then that was our solve and no more problem out here. It's about to go green, and there you go. No more having a red and a green light indication at the same time. This intersection's up and running just fine now, and it's a job well done. So we're just gonna charge the county for one load cell and our 2-hour minimum. It was about a 20-minute drive out there and back, so no matter what, we're gonna charge a 2-hour minimum plus a load cell. Pretty cheap and easy repair for them. I still feel like our hourly rate should be more and we should charge more, but it is what it is. We always try to be as cheap as possible and help out everybody. Just show y'all what the inside of one of these load cells look like. Let's go ahead and pull the top off of it, and you'll see this is the harness and the connector here, and over here is our board, and this is all solid state, so it is not mechanical pieces. But when that red, which I want to say is this guy right here, and when this gets stuck, it will, and not necessarily stuck, but you'll have voltage running to it or something fed is shorting out. This will continuously keep power going to those red indications out in the field. So yeah, they typically shouldn't break, but you still have issues. As we all know, even with solid state components, you'll still end up having issues. Something will get burnt out on it and can cause and create problems. But this is what one of the insides of the load cells looks like, and kind of see the damages or the issues. It all doesn't actually look bad. I don't see anything that's really fried on this that would be keeping it latched. If I looked more into it and actually took my meter and everything to it, I could probably figure out what the problem is, but this is so cheap that it's not worth my time. You can get one of these guys for 30 bucks or so, and we get paid to come swap them out. So not worth my time to actually dig in and try to figure out the issue, though it would be a surprisingly cool video, I guess. But just thought y'all would like to see the inside of one of these guys as well. All right, it's back to raining, and I've watched this intersection cycle a couple times now. It's working flawlessly. It's working just fine. Be a real cheap repair for them. It is our weekend, so I'm about to head back to the house. I'll get this edited. I hope y'all enjoyed the little quick video, troubleshooting video and fix. So as always, thanks for watching.